The country of Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa and the 8th in the world. It has more than 250 ethnic groups, but 3 dominant tribes, the Igbo, Hausa Fulani, and Yoruba. Evidence from archaeology discoveries have shown that it is one of the oldest locations of human existence, dating as far back as 9000 BC. Nigeria emerged as a sovereign nation-state when the European colonial empires dissolved in the late 1950s. Three important periods can be identified in Nigeria's educational history: that of the indigenous African education, that of the British colonial rule, and then that after independence. Before the European entry into West Africa, the social foundations of indigenous education rested on kinship, tribal, and regional patterns. The formal school system based on the British model was that of liberal education with no vocational or technical education. Despite the fact that Nigeria was economically an underdeveloped region in need of technically trained people for economic development, they did not provide any technical training. After Nigeria became an independent and sovereign nation, they experienced great difficulty working to restore and expand education. Many problems contributed to this, such as tribal and religious conflicts and the Civil War. Much like the United States, federal and state agencies direct funding and policies on education. Education of preschool-age children had traditionally been the responsibility of the family. However, with the help of the Nigerian federal government and UNICEF, preschool education has expanded. Primary school is mandatory for children ages 6 through 12, and it is free. However, more males attend than females. Teachers are unqualified and uncertified. Most only have a primary education themselves. It's the same as in many countries, however. Instruction is driven by preparing for the test. Secondary education starts at the age 12. However, there's very low enrollment because the schools are only really in urban areas and the majority of the population lives in rural areas. Also, secondary school is not free. It's very expensive. Higher education is expanding. It went from 1 university prior to independence to now over 29 universities. The universities are under the federal government's Ministry of Education and the National University Commission. The commission allocates the funds, and there are scholarships available. However, most of the tuition and materials are still the responsibility of the students. Although Nigeria has many graduates, most end up on the streets with nothing to do after college. There are very few jobs available. Between 50 and 60% of the total Nigerian population live below the poverty line. Many have given up on education because there's nothing useful they can do with it. Nigeria's overall ranking in education is 132nd out of 133 countries. Their literacy rate is 61.3%. However, among females, it's approximately 50%. This means that approximately 50% of females over the age 15 cannot read or write. Looking at the state of their economy and education system, Nigeria has to do something to improve their overall economy and educational system.